What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Apparently, his relationship with girlfriend Shailene Woodley is over after 2 years. Now, this was two people that were planning on getting married to each other, and now all of a sudden, this relationship is over. There's a couple of different factors at play here. Before I even get into these articles, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact Aaron Rodgers puts his career before any relationship. And that's how Aaron Rodgers has always been. Aaron Rodgers, for the most part, has always prioritized his football career over any relationship. Look at the women that he's been with. He was with Olivia Munn. He was with Danica Patrick. But those relationships ended up fizzling out. I believe Olivia Munn was a little bit bitter towards the end of their relationship. And just Aaron Rodgers, he isn't the type to focus his sole attention on the women that he's with. Because apparently, I believe she was under the impression that he was going to retire after this year, or he was going to leave football and focus on the relationship they were building. But it seems that Aaron Rodgers still wants to play football. Also, the whole vax situation, the fact that he didn't get it, and he apparently lied about, being jabbed up. When he wasn't, he took therapeutics, and of course that pissed off the lamestream media because they have this narrative that they're trying to push, and they can't push it if these athletes are not following orders. And Aaron Rodgers did not follow orders. And he was destroyed all over social media. But he never really folded. And I have to give Aaron Rodgers credit. Throughout all the criticism, he never folded. The guy he basically came back from all that. Because, he had to, sit out a little bit due to that particular situation. And people found out that he wasn't jabbed up. To win MVP. He won MVP. And it just shows you, man, Aaron Rodgers knows how to focus when it comes to football. Maybe not playoffs, but he really does put a lot into football, and I think it affects his relationships. And I think also the political aspect. Shailene basically said that, they agree to disagree when it comes to politics. I think she's very left-leaning. And she is more liberal than he is, even though I believe Aaron Rodgers is liberal as well. But she's more liberal than him. And she has friends that are super liberal, friends who are very political. And she kind of had to distance herself in the media because of that whole jab situation with Aaron Rodgers. And I think that put a heavy strain on the relationship. And Aaron is like, what, instead of me going through this, why don't we just separate? And I think that's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. And, they're just going to go their separate ways, and it's just not meant to be. Just not meant to be. All right, now let's get into this article from page 6. I know I got TMZ article here, but I'm going to go with one here. It says Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers' relationship is over, according to multiple reports. The Divergent star, who's 30, and the NFL MVP have called off their engagement after nearly 2 years together, In Touch Weekly reported Wednesday. A source close to Rodgers told People the breakup was amicable, adding, "They are very different people with busy careers, and there were obstacles that they couldn't surmount. They will remain friends. There's no bad blood and no drama. It just didn't work out." You know what's interesting about her? Is that apparently when Aaron Rodgers was going through his drama, she actually reached out, but she actually started following her ex-boyfriend on Twitter, not on Twitter, but on Instagram, when they were having their troubles. Now, again, I believe it had to do with his playing, but also the media scrutiny. She can't take the media scrutiny. But he can. Aaron Rodgers has thick skin. Like, he care less. But she's different. She's in Hollywood. Perception is everything. They want to know that you follow orders and you do what you're told and you're on their side on every issue. And I think Aaron Rodgers is not the type to let anybody tell him how to do anything. I mean, look at his family dynamic. He doesn't even speak. He hasn't even been on speaking terms with his own family members. That's the type of guy Aaron Rodgers is. He thinks for himself. He's going to do what he wants. I believe they've had conversations about his stances on certain things, and Aaron Rodgers has sort of shrugged it off, like it's whatever. But she can't, because she still wants to be a part of that Hollywood circle. And there were reports that she ended up following her ex back on Instagram, that she may have been seeking seeking sort of his quote unquote guidance. We all know what that's about. It wouldn't surprise me at all if she ended up going back to her ex, in the short term. This experiment with Aaron Rodgers didn't work. Maybe they do agree on a lot of different things, but when politics comes into play, it tends to ruin a lot of relationships, and it may have ruined this one. This relationship may have had an opportunity to work. They wanted to get married to each other, but they're not. And it's because Aaron Rodgers is very stubborn and he thinks for himself, and he's not going to bend the knee to the mob. He's not going to profusely apologize, hoping for another opportunity not to get canceled. There has been speculation about the former couple having issues for months, as they did not appear to spend the Green Bay Packers quarterback's birthday together in December. A source told People at the time, however, that Woodley and Rodgers were still together but had a different, non-traditional relationship. I wonder what type of non-traditional relationship they had. It's not odd that they don't post each other on their birthdays. In that sense, the insider told the magazine, adding that the now exes are very private about things. Sources also said that the Big Little Lies star and the 2011 Super Bowl champ did not see eye to eye when it came to politics, but insisted they just agree to disagree. That's because, again, Aaron Rodgers, I believe he's left-leaning, but he could be a moderate. I don't think he's a conservative. I don't, but I think he's like a Joe Rogan type when it comes to politics. He's not super on any side. He's willing to be okay coexisting with people who don't politically see eye to eye. Aaron Rodgers is not the type of guy that's going to get on social media and blast you if you didn't get the jab, if you don't vote Democrat, if you don't support certain policies, if you don't play the race card. From what I have seen, he's not that type of person. He's not the type of person. Just from what I see. And because she is in Hollywood, she doesn't want to get blackballed. She does not want to get pushed to the outside. And I think that's what the problem was. I think she started to think about herself in that situation, how it would affect her in that situation, because these women are always going to think about what's going to happen to them in these situations. Instead about you and her, it's all about her. They're not talking about their politics, and they never really have, an insider told People in January after Rodgers admitted he did not get the CV vax. They disagreed on a lot of things early on. They decided to agree to disagree about things and not debate them. The source added that Shailene is not someone who mind you can change, so Aaron hasn't even tried. Of course, because she's entrenched in Hollywood, so of course he's not going to be able to change her mind. And she's not going to really be able to change his either. Woodley and Rodgers began secretly dating in 2020. In October that year, the sports site Osimo reported the actress had been spotted in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Then in February 2021, while accepting the Most Valuable Player award during the NFL honors, Rodgers casually thanked his fiancée without naming her. A source confirmed to People soon after the pair were in fact engaged. They were very happy together, source told the mag at the time. It's not surprising he proposed so fast. When you know, right? Woodley was previously linked to rugby player Ben 2018 to 2020. While Rodgers dated Olivia Munn from 2014 to 2017 and Danica Patrick from 2018 to 2020. Reps for Woodley and Rodgers did not immediately return requests for comment. See, that's the guy that they said that she ended up following back on social media. And she dated him for 2 years. These relationships don't last for 2 years, right? He was with Danica Patrick for 2 years. That was getting serious. That ended. And he was with her for 2 years, and that pretty much has ended. That's because Aaron Rodgers is not about being in no long-term relationship like that. He puts his career first, and he has his own thoughts and ideals, and he's not going to compromise it for nobody. And I can appreciate that, because most of these men out here today will compromise themselves for a woman, especially a woman they really want to be with. But I think that Aaron Rodgers said, you know what? I mean, there are certain things I'm willing to deal with her with, but then I don't think I want to marry this person. And that's fine. I think marriage is overrated. Some people may disagree, but I think it's overrated. I really do. And a lot of these relationships nowadays just ain't worth it either. It really isn't. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all on the next one.